All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Mother's Day out there to all the mothers that are watching, or the two of our four viewers that are probably mothers. This is episode 6 of Let's Talk Phys Ed. And with me, as always, is my very manly-looking stud muffin of a co-host, Tanner Rose. Tanner, how are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm good. Happy Mother's Day.
And our special guest today for episode 6 of Let's Talk Phys Ed is the one and only, there he is, it's you, Mike Ginicola. Mike, how are you today?
Good. We're doing great.
Oh.
Happy Mother's Day to everyone, all 2 of the moms that are watching, and all 5 that will watch in the future. Just getting it out there.
Perfect.
Probably 50.
So, that's double.
Wow.
That's double what we have. So I'm happy.
So, we're just going to kind of jump right into the questions tonight, Mike. We're super excited to have you with us. We're both huge fans of yours on Twitter and love seeing what you post and everything that you do. And so we're going to get right into the questions, and people are going to get to know you a little bit. Are you ready?
I was born ready.
You're not nervous, are you?
No. What could possibly go wrong with me?
Well,
have you seen my post? All right, so there's a good possibility something bad will happen, and I apologize ahead of time.
Okay, here we go. So today being Mother's Day, right? Happy Mother's Day. We've said that a couple times.
Yep.
How did you, sir, celebrate Mother's Day today? Tell us a story about your mother or your children's mother, or how did you celebrate today? Tell us how it all went down.
Well, unfortunately, my mother passed away quite a long time ago. So as far as that, just awesome memories. But for my wife, I let her sleep in today, which is huge because that almost never happens with a 3 and a 5-year-old. Yeah, that was tough. Because they jump in and they jump on top of her immediately. So I had to catch them in midair, stop them from jumping on her, take them downstairs, and try to make them be quiet at 6 in the morning. It almost worked. So,
Number one rule: always let mom sleep in.
Yeah, so that was tough. That was 2 hours of yeah. So other than that, we took them out for some food today. First time they've been to hibachi, and my wife really wanted it. Man, I was surprised because they're very picky. I didn't think they would try everything, but with the fire right in their face, I don't know. They said, "Hey, I'm going to try some noodles today," and it was a good day.
All right.
Awesome. Sounds great. Tanner, how about you?
So I tried to let my wife sleep in too. I usually get up with the kids, but on Mother's Day, it's time for her to get these extra hours of sleep. So I even went as far as going to Starbucks and getting a coffee, and went and got gas in the van. And once you know it, my dog stepped on the lock button while I was outside of the van. My cell phone, my keys inside, and my daughter.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
She's 3. And so she couldn't get out of the car seat either. So I had to call my wife and wake her up for Mother's Day. And she had to rescue the kids. Yeah. So I lucked out. Her phone was on silent, but one of the boys found her phone and saw that it was glowing or something. And we got rescued, but that's how my day started.
You are in
Wow.
trouble, sir.
Yeah.
Wait, 3 years old and stayed in the car seat? Mine's 3, and I can't even keep him anywhere near the car seat for more than 10 minutes. I'm lucky if he's not unbuckled hanging out the window when I'm driving down the highway.
Well, I don't think she knows she can unbuckle yet.
All right.
All right. So I was going to ask you about your post that you did for Captain Pete on his blog. And then tonight when I clicked onto Facebook, I noticed that you are doing a new blog series on your website. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, I have just tons of stuff to get off my chest. I'm kind of a jaded, skeptical type of dude. I question everything, and I just wanted a place to put it. I'm not really a big fan of writing, but it feels good just getting the words out. And when Captain Pete asked me to do it, I enjoyed it. I really did. I like reading everyone else's, so why not just add another blog to the 500 that we have out there? So trying to change at least 1 or 2 minds every once in a while. Maybe it'll work. I tend to post that stuff on Facebook, the Pete Essential page, which is always just fun because you never know what you're going to get from everybody.
Yeah. You get lots of responses, I bet.
Yeah. Did you guys see the one recently about I was posting the Fortnite stuff? Obviously, was crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh, we'll get there.
Yeah. Oh boy. Then recently it was about the sports, just doing like a single sport unit versus different exposures, and that was kind of crazy too. So
yeah,
always pushing buttons.
Hey, but as long as you're thinking and getting other people to think, then it's working.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So we saw a short little plug as we kind of introed into our episode of the shirt you're wearing right now. There you go, Plickers. There they are. So we kind of know that you are the Plickers guy. We'll call you the Plickers guru. Do you ever get tired of being the Plickers guy, or answering questions, or talking about them, or talk about Plickers just a little bit?
All right. Do I get tired of it? No, I love it. It's, Plickers itself was way before my time. You got Kevin Tiller and a bunch of other people that have been really, the pioneers with it. So it was really the Plagnets, the magnetic part of it that kind of took off with me, thanks to Joey Fife and him using the magnets, and then me trying it and figuring out that I had no way to collect this data. Like, what do I do with it? So somehow I just put, one and one together, and that was it. So now we have Plagnets, and I love answering questions about them. I love helping. I love doing webinars. Plickers, really don't get any financial anything from them. So it's just helping others, really.
Yeah, I see the responses that everybody's been having, and every 3 or 4 days I see somebody else is trying it, and it's been amazing. And your ideas to get those magnetic and have them easy for students to use have been great.
Yeah, and honestly, I was one of those people too. I wasn't really, exposed to them. I didn't really understand it. And then once we went to Central District, I think somebody was giving a breakout session on it, and Tanner and I were there, and Tanner's like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, I use these." And so he bolted and went and had lunch or something. I don't know what he was doing, but I stuck around, and it was like the week I got back, I made my own set, and so handy and amazing for students to have, and for like you said, the collecting of data, and help students understand that it's physical education. It's not just rolling a ball out and this is what we're learning, and so fantastic.
Yeah, and we have limited time, so that's the best part. They're so fast and efficient. It's just a no-brainer for us. So it's been neat watching how they've spread around other parts of the world. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Feel good about it.
Yeah. Something else cool is we're talking to a champion fencer right now. No, I saw that on Twitter a while back and I haven't forgotten. So tell us about your days as a champion fencer in high school.
How did you not forget about that? So yeah, I don't know what it was. I was a total geek in high school. Weird. I can play any sport in the world, but I'm also a big nerd. Wanted to sword fight. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So my junior year, I jumped in. Of course, there was a couple hot girls involved, but I got to be really good at it. I was pretty unorthodox. My coach hated me because I was a spaz, but I ended up kind of taking over the team, becoming the captain, and going to the state finals. It was all within a couple of years. It was a lot of fun. It's a cool sport.
Do you currently own any fencing equipment?
No, I don't. The closest thing I have is a display ninja sword set, just because it's cool to have one, I guess.
Because I saw it in the mall and I just had to have it.
Of course. I mean, who needs $100? Just
yeah. I get to look at these swords.
That was pre-kids, to be fair. So back then, money was no concern.
So gamification is kind of taken a place now in the Twitter world. Everybody's starting to kind of realize what this is. And I've noticed you've shared a lot about this recently. Can you tell us more about gamification, like what you like most about it? And for those people who may not really completely understand what it is, just a brief overview of how it works and how that goes.
Yeah, definitely. It was really big like 10 years ago, apparently. And I've only been on social media really for a couple of years. honestly, but apparently way back when there was a big push for it, and then it kind of died down. I think it was so new that it was misunderstood. So I really dove into some of the experts in the world and just wanted to learn more about it. And I'm like, well, for PE, we're game-based learning, which is also when kids learn through video games. They do software, and we're game-based too, technically. So the only thing that really changes is when you get gamification, you're kind of living the video game. You're not playing it from the outside in. You're kind of experiencing it, like doing a Mario Kart obstacle course in the gym. It was kind of the first thing I had ever seen, I think, from maybe Kevin Tiller. And that's kind of like the basic thing. It's so silly in the ease of adding it. You can do the ninja jump rope belts. Hey, here's a couple of mini targets. Get to 10 and you got this belt. Get to 20, you've got this belt. So you have the status and the growth, and they love that. And you don't even have to give them anything tangible. Just here, you earned this. Walk away with knowing that you got to blue belt. You don't have to actually give them anything. So it's really easy to do. It's amazing stuff, powerful and engaging.
And I think, even just for myself personally, that I think a lot of us do gamification already. We just don't know that that's what it is. I mean, for example, I do the ninja belt thing. I didn't know that was really considered gamification. This week we're busting out our pedal cars and we're doing Mario Kart races with our pedal cars, and there you go. There's gamification. So I'm the one asking the questions and still didn't even really know what it was. So
yeah, a lot of people over the last couple of years have said, wow, I guess I do gamification. I'm like, yeah, basically if they're keeping track of their growth, and they got these levels, ranks, whatever you want to call it, then you're basically gamifying.
Cool. Do you have a favorite one that you've created? I know you've created a bunch of them.
When I first started, I jumped in with software called Classcraft, where I had put up wallpaper around my entire gym, a castle wall. And it was through software where they kept track of, they could use powers during class, trading places with each other, skipping a station. So I think that was probably the coolest thing that I did. As far as making anything, it's kind of tough. Probably the Super Mario, the long ropes that I took from, Ryan Armstrong shared the ninja belt with me. And I wanted to do something with long ropes. And the Super Mario, I love Super Mario, and the kids apparently love it as well. So keeps them going.
Perfect. So Jason and we've been for the last few weeks having our guests kind of decide who would win in a challenge between the two of us. And I've got a pretty good record.
He must have watched me complain on all the other episodes.
Yeah. So unless Jason emailed you and told you to pick him. So here's the competition. Who wins in a non-dominant hand only tennis match? Jason or me? Who's going to win?
Non-dominant hand.
Now, I was a soccer player and he was a baseball player. So who wins? Non-dominant hand.
Well, that's easy. Then it is, even without me trying to help Jason, that's definitely Jason.
Oh.
Because he's probably got a switch hit ability, I'm telling you.
There you go. Yeah, see? And I was a hockey player. And I play pool left-handed.
Oh.
So
if you didn't know about me. About getting mad and doing a John McEnroe and kicking the ball, then I'd say Tanner.
Yeah.
Oh, so each of us half a point, so Tanner's still up by...
Yeah, we'll give that to you. You get one now. It's like, what, 40?
That was like 20%, Tanner.
Oh, I appreciate it. Okay, so Tanner thinks he's funny and cool, and he, gets all these points, and everybody picks him in all of our episodes. And I still say he's messaging them beforehand, and it's a big joke on me. So rolling into our next question, you just posted a game that you kind of put together based off of Fortnite. And if anybody who is actually watching or listening out there was involved in Twitter, in that Twitter discussion, it was pretty controversial, and there was some pretty good comments, really on both sides. Right. We're not going to talk about that yet, unless you want to talk about it at the end. So another controversial topic that we're going to talk about, because we know you like drawing lines in the sand a little bit and making waves.
All right.
Flossing. the dance, right?
Right.
Yay or nay? Do you like it? Do you let your kids do it in class? Talk about it a little bit.
Anytime you've got boys wanting to dance, I don't know how any PE teacher could say no. It doesn't make sense to me. If boys want to dance, which mine are going crazy over this, how could you say no? Of course, there's an inappropriate dance or two, grabbing the crotch and doing the L, but you got to tone that down. But come on, this is boys enjoying dancing. It's a win. There's no way you should say no to that.
Good answer. You said you were quick on your feet. That was pretty quick.
I think about these things.
So here's the deal.
Let's see how quick he is.
I told you I was going to get you back. Tanner has challenged you to a floss dance contest.
He's been practicing all week. I know this.
I know he has. So
you're going down.
So if you would please, sir.
All right.
Let's see what you got.
All right. Well, I think we need to do it at the same time. And then when we're done, let's do a Twitter poll.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Are you ready, Mike?
I'm just hoping I don't pull something. I can go to work tomorrow. Let me see. Let me turn this around.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Let me see. Hold on.
All right.
1, 2, 3, go.
Who's winning? I think I'm doing it wrong.
Oh, man.
All right.
If we don't get views after that, I don't know how we're possibly going to get that. That's the best thing that's happened on this show. And even though it might be the last episode,
I feel like I should just kill all my social media accounts.
boy. Both of you. We'll see what the viewers think. We'll put up a poll.
All right.
We'll do like a 24-hour poll or something.
There you go.
We won't have to wait long to see if I won.
I couldn't even see. I'll have to play it back later. I didn't.
Yeah, I couldn't see either. Hey, so before we leave, why don't you tell us about your website where people can see more about your stuff?
Yeah, fizzatdepot.com. And I put everything there, basically videos, my blog, game demos, all the gamification, clickers, magnets, warm-up videos, everything. I try to put it there because I created it for me, honestly. It's just easy for me to pull everything up in one spot. And I just thought I'd share it out. And apparently people are looking at it. So it's nice. It feels good to help others. So I really enjoy that.
Awesome.
We appreciate it.
And we really do appreciate it. It's a great resource to have, which brings us to the end. You made it, Mike. Now we play goofy exit songs, and we kind of say goodbye to our 5 viewers. Okay, Mike Ginicola, thank you so much for joining us for episode 6.
Nice.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
And happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.